Alright, so what I did is I put a blade right in here, separate it all the way around, and then worked it open, and now I've got it apart, sitting like so. It's got two little gears in there. One is the actual gear that runs through to turn the flapper. What I'm going to do is I scored up the end of here, and I'm scoring up the inside of here, and I'm going to put some JB weld, tie it all together, and I've already pre-drilled a hole in the tip. So I'm going to run a bare piece of copper wire. I'm going to run it all the way through just to hold it and tie it off while that sits. And I do believe it's going to sit in there. It's not going to do anything after it's all set and done. It's just going to be spinning in there along with it. So here we go. Okay, so what I did is I put the JB weld through. There's that piece of copper that's going to stay in there with just a little hook on there to keep tension up on the top, like so. I will put in this other gear and then seal this up. I'll put a little bend on the end of this copper up on the top by my thumb here to keep it from flowing or dropping back in. Another thing is I left the top of this piece with a little bit of the oil that was on there, but inside here and the shaft that comes up from the bottom, I cleaned those off real good with carb cleaner, and then scuffed them a little bit so the JB weld will have something to grab, and leaving the oil on here so when that dries, that JB weld won't actually grab to this base and let that flap turn as it's supposed to. Anyway, not saying that's the best deal, but that's all I got for right now, until I can hunt me down one of these Disa valves. There again, here's the view from the bottom. I put that other worm gear back in. That piece of copper shouldn't touch anything as it spins. Now it's time to put it all back together. And for me, if you want to see what I'm talking about, guys, see, there it goes. Opening and closing. Now I'm going to leave it in this position as I put it in the car, and I'm not going to connect the electrical portion of it until about 4 to 6 hours when that JB weld should be nice and hard. That's it for now. And so for right now, till it sets up, you can see where I've got some of the JB welds coming out of the seams there. I'm gonna leave these clamps on there for a little while, and then let you know, once it's not tacky to the touch, I'm gonna go ahead and install it back, and then put on the couple hoses and air cleaner, and we should be back in business. And this is on a BMW 330i, and it just so happened I noticed the valve was acting up when I went to replace the starter, which is way down there, and in doing so you have to remove the intake. So I noticed that when I took the intake out, I heard a little clinking in the intake, and I was wondering what that was. Well, it was this butterfly valve. It was just flopping around inside there when it broke off. So this is the little temp fix that I'm gonna put on with the intention of getting a new one and repairing it later. But for right now, this is what I'm doing. Thanks for watching.